Hello and welcome to the Free Cheese episode 220. I'm your Joe Dix, joined tonight by Matt Sellner.
Hello.
The Free Cheese is a weekly video game podcast about video games brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. It is October, which means, Matthew, Demon I Am and Face I Peel, see your skin turned inside out, because I've got to have you on my wall. Gotta have you on my wall, because I want your skull. I want your skull. I want your skull. I want your skull.
Those are dope-ass Lady Gaga lyrics.
Not Lady Gaga.
Damn, I thought I had it this time.
It could be Lady Gaga.
Maybe next week.
Maybe next week. Maybe next week. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
204863. 204863. 204863.
Notice I'm not blinking not to see darkness.
4863.
It's the worst number in the world.
I know. I'm pretty good, mostly, from what I remember.
Yes.
Go ahead. I got vacation this week.
Congratulations.
I know.
Well earned.
I know. I'm really excited. I got a trustworthy soul to take care of my two souls.
Good.
That means you watching my sons.
Yep. We're having a good time.
While I romp around in the desert.
Me and the infinite number of names for those dogs.
I can't wait to hear which ones you come up with.
I came up with one the other night.
You remember what it was?
Slumper.
Slumper. Yep, that's true. That's very true. I got to clear my throat, I think, at some point. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm walking the face of the earth. Face of the earth today.
Cause
I don't want to know how many ounces of beer I consumed yesterday.
went to a zoo.
I went to Maryland Zoo.
Yeah, they sell a lot of beer there, huh?
Well, no, not all the time. No, not at all. No, they did a little thing called Octo Bear Fest. Get it? Bear because of a zoo.
Yeah. Get drunk with the animals.
Something like that.
Yeah.
No, they do a very smart thing. They separate the drunk people from the zoo.
That's
probably for the best.
Oh, yeah, you don't.
So, yeah, I went with Victoria there, and we met up with some work friends. It was a really good time. A lot of drinking. Mm-hmm. So, you pretty much you buy your ticket, it gets you admission, and it gets you this little, 6-8 ounce little pint glass. And there's about 16 different vendors, and each of these vendors have about 2 to 3 different beers. Usually, they're known for, their summer one, and then their fall one.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you can imagine, you just go up to the vendor. They ask which one. I'm like the Oktoberfest, of course. They pour it. I drink it.
You don't have to give them a token?
Smooth. No. You just keep going up with the glass.
Man, yeah, you get real drunk.
Your glass was
See, I did one. They give you a glass, and there's a small tasting glass, but they only give you 12 tokens.
Oh, no, you just kept going.
We kept stealing tokens from people.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
I figured you would.
And then you do that. You find your way to get your tokens. You trade them in a nickel for one. You sell a cigarette for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do what you got to do. I think if you went through the Camel cigarette booth, you had to go through the Camel experience. I remember this is when they introduced snus or snus. It's better that you don't know.
Okay.
But I'll tell you anyway. It's how some dirtbags put dip in their mouth?
Oh, that's every baseball player.
Yeah. So this is dip that is in a pouch so that you don't get all the gristle all over the place.
I've seen these before.
Yeah. When they first rolled that out, part of their guerrilla marketing campaign was to put buses around places like beer tasting festivals in October, and send drunks through it, and promise them more drunk tokens if they sit through their snus experience, and then whatever. So and here's the bonus, because I also smoked cigarettes, which was great at the time. They gave you coupons for dollar packs. So instead of spending $7 like an asshole, I was getting coupons for $1 a piece.
That's the life.
And they gave you free snus. So you get to walk around all day with this bullshit in your face. More tokens to get drunk. You did what you had to do. Yeah. But point is, there was a finite number of tokens. And when we finally ran out, we just had to go drive to the store and buy booze. Drink in the streets like normal people.
Mm-hmm. Brown bag it.
That's it. But you got to just wander and just drink.
Yeah.
Flying Dog was there?
Flying Dog. There was a lot of them. Flying Dog. Brewer's Art. Fittingly enough, Brewer's Art I actually bought the shirt. They have a beer. It's called Penguin Pills.
Since when?
I don't know.
Pretty good. I like that.
I don't know, but right away, I saw the shirt online. I was like, well, of course I'm gonna fucking get this.
Yeah.
Penguin's my favorite animal. But we got in line for the swag, and my girlfriend's like, "Are you gonna get the beer or the shirt?" Right? I'm like, "No. I am a believer in advertising, and I will not buy the shirt if the beer is not good.
Right? Yeah.
Beer is shit. I don't want to wear the shirt. I don't want to I love a penguin, and it's kind of cute because it's at the zoo and stuff. But I'm not gonna give it free advertising.
So
Got the beer though, real good.
How's it compare to Resurrection?
It's it's a pilsner. It's a light, crisp pilsner. Very good.
Okay.
Do recommend it if you come across it.
I don't drink really anymore, but Resurrection was a fine friend of mine.
What is Resurrection again? I've heard of it, but I
Just
don't know what kind of.
You don't want to.
Okay. Like double Imperial IPA or some shit like that? Or?
It's fucked up.
Got it.
It's like 10.5%. And then you, every week, man. Every week. Yeah, it's like 10.5%. It's bad news. And
probably like a triple or double IPA of some kind. That sounds,
yeah. And it's Belgian, which is, even worse, as all things are. It's just not, you don't want to do it.
And then
if you go to Brewer's Art and you go to the basement bar, not the upstairs dining part, downstairs.
I've never been in Brewer's Art.
What?
No.
Dude, we should go. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe since you won't,
Since I won't what?
Since you won't let me stock the refrigerator with food you want.
Oh my God.
I'll take you to dinner there as thank you for watching the children. Listen, the upstairs, I don't know, it's a ritzy bullshit. Don't have time for that. You go downstairs, you can dress like this, which is,
a Doom shirt and
black jeans, dope.
You're going to a Misfit concert.
Yeah, you dress like a normal human being, and you go downstairs. They have nothing but pub food, and it's all just fried whatever. But it's all good and like locally sourced. So like you get I went there
local flavors with the local beer, and it's just one hell of a Baltimore time.
I didn't realize how good, how much care they put into it. Because if you went there and just ordered, you're like, it's bar food. But
yeah, chicken fingers. Yeah.
The one of the cooks that I don't know if he's still there or not. This was years ago, but there was a guy I went to high school with. He was a few years older than me, and this guy had left. He graduated and then toured the U.S. and Italy and shit to go learn how to make wine and cook and shit. And then he ended up at Brewer's Art.
Classically trained, that's what they call it.
That's it. He walked me through. I said, what should I eat? And he was like, pretzel dog. I was like,
Sounds like a good time, actually.
Homemade, in-house pretzel bun.
Yep.
Made fresh every day.
Perfect.
The sausage, he said, is made by some German dude off Philadelphia Road. And it's this old German recipe. It's been passed down for years, or he invented it like 75 years ago. And it's just one guy who just sits in his basement all day churning sausages. Just some guy playing with sausage. And he sends them out.
How much do you get paid for that?
For that, man?
I can churn sausages all day.
It's all about the recipe, though, man. And that's what it was.
I was going to say, I can help the man out.
He might not want help.
All right, fair enough.
He's just some old German dude, and he makes sausages, and he sells them to Brewer's Art and other local places. But it was like all this stuff that he really fucking good. I don't think I've had a better meal. And they have we took Ben there for his birthday once. We got fried mac and cheese balls. It's just mac and cheese in a ball, in a fry. Yeah. Delicious. But it's all real cheese.
It's good stuff.
And you don't expect it because it's a bar, but that's good. You do that, you get a resurrection with dinner. You're set.
Makes sense.
I think that might have been our second date, Katie and I.
Oh, nice.
I don't remember.
Huh.
Place is good. Place is very good. I'm glad you had fun. You went to a hockey game?
Then, yeah. So you would think, oh, that's a hell of a day. There's a lot of drinking. He had a good time. Well, I did. Well, I had an excellent time.
Yeah.
But then I went home.
Oh.
And then it was time to go to the Capitals game that night. And what are you going to do at a Caps game? Sit there and watch it sober?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Got it.
No, you're going to get to keep getting the big boys of beer.
How much is a big boy of beer?
25 ounces.
How many dollars?
Oh, I don't want to know.
What do you do? Just hand the credit card and walk away?
Yeah, I close my eyes. I'm like, well, no matter what the price it is, I'm just gonna hand you my card.
Oh my god. All right.
Funny enough, they take Apple Pay now. I think at the Verizon Center or Capital One Arena, whatever they call it nowadays.
Yeah.
But
so
you
just give them your phone.
Well, no, they turn a thing, and I'm like,
I see.
But the third time I went to get beer, the lady, I went to a different line, and that's where I fucked up. I went to a different line. The lady, I was like, oh, I'm going to Apple Pay, right? Mm-hmm. And she was like, no, credit or card. Or she was like, credit or cash. And don't try not to use that because I'm not getting any tips with that. And I'm like... Then I became really uncomfortable because I only have $5 cash, and we all know $5 doesn't get your jack shit inside of this arena.
Yeah.
So I need the card. Like I don't have an option. I'm sorry. She's like, guess I'm just not getting any tips tonight. You know, it's
don't
the
fall for that bullshit.
No, I didn't. I just signed my name, hit done, moved on in my life. I was like, God damn, like
scam. Did you shout scam and throw your fingers at her?
No,
scam.
I did not.
That's what I do.
That was probably the most uncomfortable experience I ever had buying beer inside that stadium.
Really? That's the worst?
Well, I don't remember the other times, obviously.
All right, that's fair. Other than usually there could be a whole... That's pretty good if that's the worst. It's just some lady who was trying to get extra money from you.
Yeah, no,
Next time it happens, you got to chug the beer down, break the glass before paying, and then shout shenanigans and run away.
All 25 ounces.
Chug it down. Break the glass, shout shenanigans, run away with your dick in your hand. Whatever. Break the glass. Doesn't matter if it's can.
Style.
Break the glass. That's it. Just break the glass.
All right. Fair enough.
That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else to it. It's pretty good. I'm glad you had fun. When's the next hockey game? Nashville?
Yeah. Nice. He says it's not going to be in D.C. It's going to be Nashville.
When's that? November?
That is November. I don't remember the exact game or day of the game down there, but I go down there like the 7th of November, 7th, 6th. Don't remember the exact day. But yeah. It's only like 2.5 weeks away. I'm real close.
Yeah, I kept thinking about, like, because I'm buying a new phone probably. And I keep thinking that's like, 7 years away. And I'm like, no, that's like next week. It's not.
Yeah, if you're going for a certain one, pre-orders this Friday.
I know. I have to do it while I'm in the middle of the desert at 3 a.m.
Oh, well, yeah, because Friday night into Saturday morning. Yeah, okay. You got this.
Is it no, it'd be Thursday into Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's what I meant. I was thinking that, but I didn't say that right, yeah.
Yep. And I gotta get more than one. Because Katie and I are both gunning for it. I need that future tech, man. I need that Blade Runner shit. You know what I mean?
I think we'll talk strats after the podcast.
I know what to do. Bing it.
No, don't. No.
How to.
No, don't.
Free.
Bing it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you could. It's getting infectious. I don't know if you know that, by the way. I've been hearing a lot.
I don't like this shit. I don't because Ben's talking about it. Mark's talking to. No.
I got randos at work that I don't even know that well, walking around saying the Bing word makes me real happy. People just coming in the door, picking up on my influence, talking about Bing. It's good stuff. It's solid. Means our reach is growing stronger, Matthew.
All right, don't put me in this. Then not your reach.
It's the Lord's...
I'm glad you think spreading a Microsoft product around is your calling.
It's more than a Microsoft product. It's a lifestyle.
It's not a lifestyle.
It really is. When you really think about it.
Ask Jeeves is a lifestyle.
No, that's a life decision that went horribly awry. That's what happened with that one. How about video games? Playing video games this week?
Yeah, search them on Google.
God damn it. Yeah, what you been playing? You played something. 204863. A little bit.
Guess I'll jump right into that, right?
Yeah. So when are we putting that up? That won't be up till closer to Halloween, but
I think the 30th we decided.
Yeah. But Matt did a thing with a video game made by Hideo Kojima.
Which is a very fine man. And I would love to play any of the Metal Gear Solid games.
Yeah, it wasn't one of those.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't Police Knots.
What's the Gundam Ass game you made? Zone of the Enders.
It wasn't Zone of the Enders. It wasn't that other one. What's the other one?
I don't know the catalog going back that far.
It was on Saturn. That's going to bother me. I'm going to look it up while you talk about PT.
Yeah, PT, I played it.
You said, man, you joined the free cheese. You boldly excitedly exclaimed,
Mm-hmm.
I've successfully avoided that fucking game. Not for long. Couldn't let it happen. Couldn't let you have it. There's no way.
Yeah, I played it. And not only are you going to get video of the game like we usually do here at the Free Cheese,
Yes.
we did a picture-in-picture.
Yes. Snatcher. That was the other one you made.
Snatcher.
Also, Boktai.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Yo, Boktai was dope. It was a game where you had to kill vampires.
Sounds right up your alley.
Yeah. You were Django, a vampire hunter.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Remember that movie? Django the Vampire Hunter. And you had to kill vampires using sunlight gun, obviously.
That's cool.
Here's how you powered your sunlight gun. You had to take your Game Boy Advance into the fucking sun to charge up your gun.
What?
Yeah, dude.
What technology did I use in the Advance?
Fucking solar sensor thing.
Was there one? Why was there one on the Advance? It had to be an SP exclusive then. Because the SP had the backlight. That was the first one to have it. But did they even do auto brightness? I don't even know.
Hold on, I have a fucking Game Boy Advance right there. Let's just look at it.
I don't think there's any sensors in that boy.
Dude.
So wait, you couldn't. Now that I'm thinking about this, you couldn't play this game in the dark.
Oh, no.
Wow, that's.
No, you had to, when you fired it up, you had to put your time zone in so it knew where you were and you could successfully, whatever. That's not a sensor, is it?
Why would it be the back? Ugh.
As verified by the light sensor. There's a light sensor somewhere.
All right, well, maybe I'm wrong.
Because I know there's one on the, it's not on the Game Boy Pocket. Hold on. Maybe I'm an asshole. I don't know.
All right, it has a sunlight split. I did not expect that or know that.
Boom. Game Boy Color had that little guy.
All right, well, I guess. All
that
right.
you'd use for peer-to-peer things like trading Pokemons.
All right. Well, that's something.
Yeah,
I
it
guess
was really fucking cool.
You learn something new every day.
You want to learn about photometry?
No, that's all right.
All right.
Anyway, yes,
yeah,
PT. Yeah, so we did something dumb. We went picture-in-picture.
Definitely did not play that one in the sunlight.
No. You will see all of us on the couch as I play and see my reaction, a.k.a. me in the fetal position.
It's pretty good.
For 55 of the
60 minutes.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. So obviously we did it because we wanted you to be scared and have fun. Gameplay wise, what did you think?
So I think I bring it up 30 times in that in the actual gameplay. The soft focus turn.
Mm-hmm.
That was very little hidden detail. That's really good for the spooks, and they never really, or at least I never saw it. They never really utilized that, which that's just playing with your mind because you just automatically think that's a tactic to scare
You're
you.
like waiting on it, yeah.
But no, it's if you haven't seen that game at all at this point, the less you know going in, and probably the better your experience because like knowing the map essentially,
Right? Yeah.
like that first time seeing that is probably
It still
really
kind of
good.
got me though, and I think because I knew that there were jump scares, but I still got scared by them,
Mm-hmm.
and also it's been long enough since I've touched it that I was kind of like,
Where are they?
but not even that, but like also just like what, where, when, what's
Yeah.
happening. I mean, yeah, mostly like when is it going to happen? But just, yeah, it's that game is all about building anticipation and fucking with that anticipation to keep you constantly just like sweating.
I mean, the atmosphere in that game is incredible, and it starts from the very first.
I mean, yeah, before you
scene.
even open the door.
Yeah, like you see the little cockroach come by, and it just so happens I have a goddamn fear of bugs, but like just seeing that wet, like cellar basement dungeon thing,
The flickering light. And
like that doesn't look good. And then you walk through, and like there's just this ominous hallway, and you just hear radio chatter.
Weird radio.
Huh?
Weird radio.
Yeah, like it's no music,
Yeah.
it's just ominous, and it's horrifying. And then like you go down the hallway and you make the right, and that's the first time where you notice, oh shit, there's like a weird soft focus. The turning's really slow. Like for those that play video games, like you just start to see those mechanics and like how they're gonna play with you. But it's really well done.
First time you open the door again and everything's just pitch black, and you're like, fuck. The game does a lot of smart things, and it's a shame that it didn't get to turn into anything else. I think it in its own is just really, really a fascinating thing.
And one could argue like that game looks so good because of the number of assets in that game, essentially.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it's
like go look at Ground Zeroes and Metal Gear Solid 5. Like,
yeah, I mean,
that
a lot
engine
of
flexes his muscle.
yeah, a lot of that got his ideas didn't get lost, but yeah, I'm curious to see what they could have done with that full ass game. Still don't know why it needed to star Norman Reedus, but
He's hot right now.
still.
Yeah, Walking Dead's still big. I mean, we don't watch it, but it's still one of the most watched shows. And I think people will riot in the streets if his character was to ever die.
Man, that'll be good. That's where you know that money trumps everything, which is sad. I'm not behind that. But that's the comic books. Kirkman didn't give a fuck for a while. Now I think he gives a fuck. But back then, you fall in love. Sorry, they're dead. This, everybody loves Norman Penis. Won't kill him. Won't kill him. Because money. You kill the face. He's the face of the show.
Yeah.
That's it. Or do people care about the other ones now? I don't know.
I've stopped watching 5 seasons ago. Yeah. Or 4. Maybe it was 4.
I don't get it.
But yeah, no, that game is it's something special, and
Are you happy you played it, or you still hate us?
I at least got to say, I guess I really didn't. I don't think I didn't see every detail. I'll leave it at that. I didn't see every detail of that game, but sure. I played enough of it to say I got myself through it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. I don't feel any manlier. That's what you want me to say.
Well, no. And
and I don't like the fact that there's video footage of me curled up in a ball very, very tight at various parts of that game. But yeah.
As it should be.
It's really good. And Kojima just... What the fuck is this game that he's making?
Death Stranding? Yeah, I still don't know. Do you think he knows yet? Or is he just kind of...
He showed a trailer without having an engine. Like...
Yeah, I don't know.
But this is good, though. We haven't heard from the game in like a year. Like, that's good. It's go away. Let the game cook. Yeah, why didn't we keep seeing it? It's not a game yet. The game's not a game. He literally announced it and made a cinematic with an engine he thought he was going to maybe use.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just...
Yeah, fair.
Go away, let it be.
Do you think we get that at PlayStation this year? PSX?
No, I think that game's a little bit bigger than PSX. And I wouldn't be scared. Like, oh man, what the hell is going on over at that studio if I don't see it at PSX?
No, I don't.
I think you might see a new trailer at E3 and maybe a release year. But other than that, yeah, no. Let's let that game bake. Let him do his thing. We all know he can make a game.
Yeah.
When he's given the time and appropriate amount of money.
Fair. Did you play anything else spooky this week? Or Did you leave all the spookins to PT?
Not for wanting to leave all the spooks to PT, but no, I didn't get into anything new and spooky. Didn't play more until dawn, but we're gonna finish that at some point.
Yeah.
I did, however, have a little renaissance with the game. I've talked about him before on the podcast. My friend Nick, who lives about 2.5 hours or so away from me, he had an interview for a physical therapy program at one of the colleges near my house. And instead of him driving in the wee hours of the morning to come all day for an interview, I was like, he asked about crashing the night at my place, and I said, let's do it.
Slumber party.
And of course, bring your PlayStation. I got the second monitor in my room. We'll make a little LAN party out of it almost. And it's been a long time since we got into it, but man, that fucking first-person shooter called Rainbow Six, played it for about 2.5 hours at night. Man,
it's been a while, and they've made a lot of changes
about
to
a
that
year.
game. Did it feel different, better?
It felt the same,
Like going home.
but like there was some different things.
Yeah.
They've obviously added new classes to the game, so you had to look out for new gadgets. And when you in a game like that, every class has like a counter to that class, and when picking your class for that round or whatever, they give to account for that kind of stuff. And there was like new stuff to account for as a class that I had to kind of get used to, like new gadgets you had to look out for, new traps.
So how many different classes are there?
Yikes. Well,
There's many, it sounds like. So there's more than
a
just
good amount now.
Like I'm thinking of something like Overwatch, where it's just like 1, 2, 3.
So it's a little bit different, Rainbow Six, because you have your defending classes and you have your attacking classes. They don't share.
Got it.
So you have to be mindful of that. I would say each side has about 12 now.
Oh, okay. That's
And then
decent.
usually when they come out, it's a new unit in the world, like whatever the SWAT team in like in an Asian country or whatever. That's usually how to do it.
Got it.
And it'll be 2 operatives, one who attacks, one who defends in that group, and then that's how they usually dole it out.
And are you two playing like one of you's attacking, one's defending, or you?
No, we hopped in online. We were playing together with other people and against another opponent.
6v6?
5.
5v5.
5. Yep.
And sorry, it's been a while since you've talked about it, and I don't remember the game that well.
No, it's round-based, tactical, first-person shooter, very
Like
strategy heavy.
Area control or kill count? What's what's
It's
the game
objective based. Where there's various game modes and they're randomly chosen.
Okay.
You really don't have a say in it. There's hostage, where you have to get the hostage and distract them out. There are bomb sites, where there's 2 bomb sites, kind of your traditional Counter-Strike game mode there, where you attack one and you detonate it and you win if you get it. And then there is one where it's like there's a room where if you get in there and it's uncontested, you take over the room, and it's a quick little time period to control it. And those are the 3 main ones, and they've been there since day one.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like after playing Destiny and just like you kill, and then you jump back into something like Rainbow Six, where it's just very slow and it's methodical, and every
Plotting.
door you go into matters. So you have to check right. There's just a lot more planning instead of something like Destiny, where I'd run in and I'd kill the Vandal or whatever. And yeah, like just getting the kill in that game, just if you get one all match, like it's not your best round, but it still feels so good to get that 1 kill. And then when you get 2 kills around, like you may just won the match.
So people don't drop as quickly?
No. And we usually play casual. It's best of 5 rounds, first to 3 wins, and each round I think time limits are like 3 minutes, so they're fast. So like if you die, like you're not out of it, and then if you die, like you can still kind of help your team out. So if you're on the defending side, you can get onto the cameras, the surveillance cameras around, and call out opponents. However, if the attacking side is smart, you shoot out the surveillance cameras, so they're all out. Like
can't do anything.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it is like I said, there's like a counter to everything. It's very well done. And it was just a lot of fun getting back into that, especially after just playing something like Destiny, where you just kind of mow down and you just kind of keep. It's like you can listen to music or
Yeah,
podcasts, and you just kind of do your thing and grind it out. This is something where like headphones in, you hear a shot, and you're like trying to determine that came from right above you or kind of right to the left of you, right outside the door.
Christ.
So like it's serious, and it's a lot of fun. I forgot they added this, and this happened a while back. This was before all the new controversy, as I say.
Right.
The loot boxes are in the game.
Oh fuck.
It's
Eh?
they're not competitively based. You're not going to get a
It's
level
all
advantage.
cosmetic?
Yeah, for the most part. You might get a skin for a gun or ornament, or like a skin for an operator class that you. Yeah.
Decent. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's kind of cool how they do it. It's a unique system. It's something I haven't seen before. Like, there is a percentage of you getting a loot box, and every game you play, that percentage goes up just a tiny bit, like 2% or so. But you only have a chance of unlocking a loot box if you win that match.
Oh shit! That.
So, we haven't played it for a while, so the loot box system was kind of brand new to us. So right away, it started us at 50%, and if we won the match, it will kind of randomly roll, and we got it or we didn't.
Right.
But if you didn't get it, it will go up 2%.
52%.
Yeah, that's your next roll.
Got
and then
that.
even if you lost, like, you don't get a chance at getting it, but you get percentage
percentage
points
bumps up.
because you're still playing.
Cool.
When you get the loot box, you get down to 0%.
Got it.
So yeah,
And you gotta build back up.
Yep.
Okay. Decent.
And like I said, you get one item out of it, but
You get one?
yeah, I did. That was like our goal that night. It was like, all right, we're gonna keep playing until we get our first loot box.
Yeah.
And we did it, and we each got like a weapon skin, and we were like, well, that's a loot box
Is it?
system.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Oh, and then there was just one weird thing. So it's been a while since we played it, and there's been various updates. And I had deleted it from my console just because I hadn't touched it. So
Yeah.
we both reinstalled it the weekend prior to this. We got into the game, and our single player process had reset. And then when we got into our first multiplayer game, our classes, like our preset classes,
Gone.
reset.
What?
And we're like, what the we don't know what happened. Like,
Did
we
they
still
do
don't
like
know
a seasonal reset or?
that's the thing. Like, there are seasons for like competitive play and stuff like that,
Yeah,
but like your classes don't reset.
I wonder if
Especially
something.
like single player doesn't reset.
I know that with Let It Die, whenever they would do an update or a patch to Let It Die, it'd be this huge fucking patch because it was actually overwriting a lot of the old game every time they put it back out. And when they did that, I mean, your character still stayed there because the big thing with Let It Die is your characters and who you have. But I could see that, after a long time, if the game's changed enough with so many iterative patches, that maybe it made your previous classes completely incompatible, so it just nuked them.
Well, the thing was, when we noticed that the classes reset, we were like, oh shit, the operators that we earn. So yes, there's season passes, like you can get all the characters right away, but like Street Fighter, where you can earn like an in-game currency, like if you grind it out enough, you can unlock these operators
Fuck that.
without doing that. So we were like, oh fuck, our
that was
operators gone. They weren't.
Oh, that's good.
So the operators were there, and actually all of our attachments that we have bought for our various guns, they were still there too.
That's
they
good.
just weren't in our preloaded way. Because like certain guns or certain classes, like I make sure I have like a certain grenade, a certain item, and a certain like kind of angled stock attachment on a weapon, depending on how I play with the operator. They were all there; they just weren't attached to my class. So I was like, oh well, whatever. It took us 10 minutes to kind of go through our classes and stuff, but that was mildly annoying. But the thing is, with the single player stuff, if this is probably a very small audience, but if you're someone who was like trophy hunting, you need to 3-star all these little like scenario missions, and it's dumb, but it teaches you some core mechanics if you've never played a Rainbow Six game before. If you're like halfway there and there was some kind of weird server reset, you're gonna have to do it all over again. And it's like, damn, good thing I already got my gold trophy for that. So,
Damn. Yeah, that does suck.
but yeah, like just the strategy with it, like we had a cool moment where we knew the bomb, we scouted out where the bomb was, and it was in this room. And the way we came in, there's 3 entrances, and it's through a wall. There's two walls you can breach charge through, and then a door. So it was great. I had an operator called Ash where I have a penetrating bullet which explodes just like a breach charge. So Nick lined up a charge on probably the far wall from me. I put a breach charge on the wall next to me, and then I got out my breach charge gun. And when you shoot it, there's a slight delay before it actually explodes.
Yeah.
So I shot, hit the button for my breach charge. He hit his breach charge, and all 3 entrances of the room just came piling down. And then our teammates kind of saw what we were doing and just came running in. And
That's good.
10 seconds later, we had the room.
What do you have to do to take the room? Just
if no one's in
stand there.
Or like it, I don't remember the exact objective, but I think it was just like stay in the room for a certain amount of time.
Oh, okay.
If no one from the opposing team's in there, you take it. But if someone's in there, it pauses and it's kind of like a gun battle.
You have to
like,
wait. Yeah. Okay.
A lot of fun, and
Yeah.
like just the little moments like that where everything kind of comes together in a round. It's super satisfying.
Does it stay on the console?
No, I don't like playing that game without at least one person on a mic knowing what they're doing.
But he's out. He can't know.
He's back to the no internets of the world. Man, he doesn't have a lot of time because he's still in school and stuff. But
Drop out.
oh yeah,
Yeah. What
he
the
just
heck?
he just went to his physical therapy interview to try to get into grad school, but he's just gonna drop.
Grad school pays you to go to school, though, right?
No.
Isn't that how it works?
No.
If you're science.
No.
I
He
thought
would be taking out more loans probably.
that sucks. I thought there was a thing where, like, if you went, they'd make sure they gave you a specific.
Well, I'm sure you can get like money out of the school and like scholarships and stuff, but from what I know, the program he's going for, he's gonna have to front some money out there.
That sucks.
Whatever.
Drop out. Play
Yeah.
Rainbow Six.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him I said so.
Got it. I'll let him know.
Worked out for me. Look at me playing video games. No grad school, playing video games.
So which ones
And-
are you playing?
Huh?
So which ones are you playing?
Well, stuff. Played some Destiny last week.
More.
I know. I'm sorry.
So did you play more than me this week?
I jumped in a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. I was really on that night. Tried to run into Nightfall, didn't quite work out.
Didn't work out for us.
But we only had time to try it once. That was the thing. I think a second or third time we had it.
Yeah, that game's really good though. Like really good. I played a bunch of because last week you pointed out that the Iron Banner was going to reset or end really.
Yeah.
Season 1 was going to end, and I still had to grind a bit. So I did, and I got. I feel pretty good about the
reputation level.
I got that, and I feel pretty good about the weapon I'm running with now. Like my loadout's pretty solid. It definitely is. It's hit that point where it's just the slow tick to 300 or 305. But I'm pacing it.
Yeah, I hopped on that night and
I don't know. I mean, like we still have the raid to do. We still have the Nightfall strikes each week. I don't know how much more of a tail this thing has in terms of like my fever for it. Like I'm pretty sure the Destiny app is going to make its way away from my main page pretty soon,
Oh, yeah.
But it's still solid.
It's still interesting enough for like when Tuesday morning comes, like I'm going to hop on the app or the game itself and see like
what's the Nightfall? What's this?
What's the Nightfall look like this week? What's the challenges? Maybe do the Crucible challenge, like, get that. So do like PvP in this game a lot.
But otherwise not much. I did I can't remember if I think last week live on air they were talking about Stories Untold. So I bought it and I bought Hollow Knight. And I played both of them.
All right.
So I jumped into Stories Untold, which I was really intrigued by after they talked about it.
I'm intrigued, and that's something I'm going to end up playing. I didn't get to it this week.
I won't retread a lot of the ground they talked about last week, but that first one was really, really spooky. And like, even though it's a text adventure, what it does to fuck with your perception was really cool. And Katie and I both played it together on the TV, and we were just like, she's shouting out commands and I'm typing them in, but I'm like hesitant to type. And like every time I hit the return key, I was just like, what's going to happen? The second one, because there's 4 chapters, the second chapter, after a certain point, I turned around and Katie had her eyes closed. And I was like, hey, what the fuck? and she was like, sorry, this one's not as fun. The second one got a little weird, but then by the end,
They picked back up.
Okay,
cool.
I didn't do 3 or 4 yet, but I think they both do similar things with 2, where it's kind of not. Apparently, 1's the best.
Okay.
But still pretty cool. And then I did play Hollow Knight this week, which we also recorded.
So I saw a little bit of that
thing
this
of.
week.
I don't think I've played it much since you and I recorded it, but the game's really fun. It's pretty. It feels good to play. I don't know. So if you haven't seen Hollow Knight, it looks like little Tim Burton drawings. It's the easiest way to describe it, but it all takes place in this like bug world called Dirt Mouth. I think the full world's something else. Hollow Nest is the name of the thing. But like everything has this spooky Nightmare Before Christmas vibe to it in a way, and it's all, I don't know, blue and black world, and everything's just goth and cool. And Tim Burton. It's Tim Burton
Metroidvania.
And then it has the whole Metroidvania hook. Have you seen the full map yet? Like
I don't think I saw it.
It's really, because like when you try and look up anything on this game, one of the first things that shows up in the images is like the full layout of the map, and like it has that full ass Metroidvania map thing going for it. But this one has a couple different things which we kind of showed in the video. The map mechanic is a little bit different. It's not auto-filling the same way that like a Metroid or a Symphony of the Night would, but it's you go and earn or buy things to fill the map in. So if you want to track your progress or see where you are, you have to go buy a compass. If you want to like fill in the map as you move, you have to buy a different item, and like all of those things kind of add to the map building. I think that's a cool way to do it, because it's not so it like adds a new game element to filling out the map, other than just having it be a percentage save point. Combat's good. I assume I get different weapons at some point, but I haven't obtained any yet. I'm still probably, I don't know, I think my Steam game count is close to 2 hours, but on or over that. But I think in game I'm probably only an hour-ish or over that. But it's solid. Like I was waiting on that game for Switch, but Halloween's
Gave in.
Halloween's basically here, and as part of that, I was like, I need something kind of like spooky and weird and.
Well, I think
cool.
I think the other clever mechanic is essentially the Souls mechanic too. So you're saying you have to buy all these items.
Yeah.
However, if you die, you lose the currency you have accrued, but you can essentially, if you get back to that same spot, you can get that money back.
And I had no idea, because I like without having I didn't realize how much of a crutch I used the map in those games. So I died, and I'd be like, I forget where I was. It looked, I think I went down and right, but you just wander after a while, and you don't remember where you died. And then I didn't even realize you can go back and
I asked,
find.
and you're like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And then we accidentally stumbled upon where you died, and you're like,
weird,
we found a new mechanic.
Silhouette of my body. It's not as simple as the Souls stuff where you have to go back and just pick it up. Like, you have to go kill your ghost. And then.
Oh, well, Bloodborne has that a little bit, where the villager can take
the
the soul.
Yeah, you're right. I'm thinking of Shovel Knight, where it's just bags of money floating in the air.
Oh, yeah, not quite that easy.
Which, Hollow Knight's really, really fun. Really, really good. I think later on tonight, that's probably going to be my night. It's just a little bit of that. I got to play it on my Mac, and I feel weird about that, because
Yeah, that's it. I'm new to the. I mean, it's been a year since I got my Mac now, but like it still feels weird, like going to sit down at the desk and booting it out with a PlayStation controller or something like that. Because I haven't really touched Cuphead in a while, and it's not because it's not a great game. It's because I gotta boot my Mac, and I gotta boot to the Windows side, so I have to restart the Mac. I gotta hold an option, and I do have a solid state hard drive, but man, those 10 seconds, so long and so annoying.
See, that's the thing. I don't have a solid state hard drive. So it's not that mine even takes long to boot. It's that sitting it in my lap to sit on the couch and play this, I feel like I'm doing some fucked up things to my hard drive or the bracket cable or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I I feel more comfortable just holding the Switch in my hand or something, which
Well, yeah.
I'll be doing a lot of next weekend, but this weekend.
The other thing is, like, yeah, it's a laptop, and it's technically on the go, but, like, you have to remember battery life, and because...
Well, and mine at least starts cooking when I'm playing Hollow Knight, and you really want to have proper ventilation. So putting this thing on a couch or on your lap, not a good time at all. But yeah, I opened every storefront this week. It was one of those weeks where I just kept looking for things to buy, which is never a good thing. But I don't know. I couldn't go back to Stardew Valley. We talked about that a few weeks ago. But our friend Dash, 95 hours in, how the fuck?
I guess he enjoys the farming life.
I don't know,
man. Maybe you should get him the gift of was it Farming Simulator? Maybe you should get him one of them for Christmas.
I don't think you need to. I think he's good with that. I think he'll play Stardew Valley until
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
He might get burned out of the 2D. He might want the real thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Hell, he might just move.
Maybe that's it.
A farm.
I think he's on vacation. Maybe he just disappears and
he went to a farm, just harvesting pumpkins now.
Gone forever. I said to him the other day, I was like, "Do you have pumpkins?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Can you grow them year round?" And he was like, "You can with a greenhouse." And I was like, "Oh shit, there's greenhouses in this game."
Yeah, is that what we're getting excited about in this game?
I know, and that's why
like, listen to yourself. Oh shit, a greenhouse.
But I can grow pumpkins. I know.
Are you gonna spend 60 hours to get a greenhouse just to say you got pumpkins year round?
No, you're right.
In a 2D world. I'm shitting on this game, but I get it. I know people that really like Harvest Moon. I just could not get myself into that.
No, me neither.
It's just not my type of game. That seems like a very good thing for those people.
Not me.
And I'm glad it's out there for them. It's just not my cup of tea.
No, I agree. But Hollow Knight's pretty dope. When it comes to Switch, I'd buy it if I were you. Or if you have a PC and you play, you should buy it if I were you. They just put out, they've already put out like one expansion, and there's another one coming on or just before Halloween as well. So
I have to ask, killing enemies in that game, is it satisfying?
It's no different than Symphony of the Night.
All right.
You know, hit down later and move on. Like, it's not. What are you looking for?
You like slice off like a bug arm and then take that bug arm and slap them in the face with it and then shove your sword down their throat.
Not yet. Maybe you unlock some mechanics later on, but right now it's just hit down later.
Let me tell you of a game that does that.
Oh, yeah?
It's called Middle-earth Shadow War.
You're still on it.
This game.
Lay it down.
I'm not all in, but I'm very close to it. I'm the person that I like to have a point A to point B, even in like an open world thing where like I know like I got to go over here at some point.
Which is why Stardew Valley. Nuh-uh. Yep.
Yeah, and
bingo.
Breath of the Wild I kind of struggled with for a little bit until I set my own clear goal of going right for the middle. That became my objective, and I kind of had a lot of fun once I did that. This game, I don't want to do the story. Like I don't care what this lovely woman who's also a spider is telling me to do.
What was her name? Shalub?
Shelob.
Got it. Okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm already still out for that. Yeah, I don't care what she tells me to do. I don't care about the human race. I don't care about saving this idol, the Palantir, or whatever the hell it's called. I don't know. They're just talking about all this shit. I don't care.
Right over your head.
I don't even care about this second ring that my ghost friend wants.
Sure.
I just want to go out there and kill orcs.
Murder shit.
Yes.
And you say A to B. What's your A to B?
Going through and finding all the captains and taking out the Nemesis system. Like, and I'm not even... So, you do have to do the story to, like, progress the mechanics. Because there are some skills that are locked behind the story. I haven't even gotten to the part where I start to take over the orcs to then shove into the mix and then become like a spy. And I haven't done that yet. I'm literally just running around, running into captains. And then chaos happens for about 20 minutes as I try to survive and take out this captain. But as I'm running to survive, I run into another captain. The captains
are ones like the enforcers in Arkham, right?
Yeah, those are the ones that when you it's when you pull up the Nemesis menu, like you'll see like there's set orcs, and they have names. They have like they're a certain enemy type, and they have these different traits. And some of the traits are listed and available for you right away. Others you have to obtain through like interrogating one of the minions or whatever.
That makes sense.
And like you just keep running around, and then as you're running, it like the game kind of cuts away from tallying your main character and goes to the orc, and then like he does his spiel of like, "Oh, I saw you from a mile away. Now I want your head." And like it's better than what I gave it credit for, because most of the time it's just dumb,
Stupid, yeah.
And like all of a sudden now he's chasing you. Well, the other one has been chasing you for 10 minutes, and then like you just keep running around, and then all of a sudden another orc, he comes to ambush you, and he's like, "I got my army, and I've been waiting for this. Now you're dead." And like now there's 3 captains chasing me, and it's.
Can you pit them all against each other?
Well, that's where some of the mechanics of the Nemesis system come in. So, some of them are actually blood brothers.
Yeah.
And I've actually ran into this once. I killed a captain, and I was like, "Oh, all right, he's gone." It was quite satisfying. Right away, guy comes in, and it's the name of the orc, and it says blood brother of the guy I just killed, and he's like, "You just killed the only thing worth living for. No, I'm gonna kill you." Like insert dumb fun line, and now you're fighting another captain at half health, and it's like, oh shit.
Fuck.
Like, and it's just constantly coming. And right now I'm not annoyed with it, because I'm seeing enough variety where, this captain has a fighting style that I can really take. It suits my fighting, so like he's gonna be easier to take out. He just might have more health than the average orc. But then there's other ones that are just throwing spears from, like you got like 15 orcs around you that you're triangle, dodging, flipping over, square. But there's this asshole that's just chucking spears into the thing, and he could hit you. And
Ruin
this captain's spears might have a poison tip, so now he's gonna poison you, and your health trickle like. And then there's ones with shields, and as you keep fighting these captains, if you keep trying to spam a certain tactic, they will adapt to you, and all of a sudden now
That was the cool part you mentioned, yeah.
Now you can't like jump over this guy and hit him from the back. Whenever you try to jump him, he's gonna
grab you and
throw you right back into the pile of orcs.
Fuck that. That's super cool.
So like, it's that is that system that just I boot up the game, and usually I like playing games for like an hour to 2 hours at a time. I'm honestly perfectly fine hopping into this game for half an hour, finding a captain, and like if
Just
I
for
beat
combat?
him or if I die, like whatever, I'll move on.
If you could rip this system out and dump it into something else, what would it be?
I don't know. I really don't know, because you need
Like a hockey game?
no
Like if they put that level of fighting into NHL 19.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean?
I just it kind of makes sense with the whole orc hierarchy. They'll have to do some real manipulating with it, but I don't know. That's the part where I'm happy I don't get paid to make those creative decisions.
WWE?
That'd be cool. Like just doing some weird like heel face thing. Like I don't know.
Something dumb like that.
There's some factions involved. Like that system is really cool, and it does make sense in this game, and I would love to see it come out of this IP where you can tell me a real story about what I care about.
Yeah.
Because like going into this, like I like the Lord of the Rings movies. I'm not the one who obsesses over them.
Yeah.
I get it. There's a ring. There's a man. The man wants to kill all the humans with an orc army. Got it.
There's always a man. There's always a ring.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
And this one, there's a new ring, and we gave it away to the spider lady. Now we're trying to get it back. Like whatever. Like I don't fucking care. Let me kill orcs.
I heard this one story wise was really pushing the edges of fan fiction.
Oh yeah, as soon as they said there's a new ring, I was like, well, that's not going to make a lot of people happy.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
That's weird.
Whatever.
I don't know.
I think if you just go into that game knowing, and that's why I keep preaching it. Like I want people to play this game. Like I think it is worth it. Maybe not $60 worth it because that's the complete package. However, thank God you can donate money to the developer by opening loot boxes. But that's a whole different topic.
Did you get into any of that?
So oddly enough, I kind of like the loot system in this game, where like killing a captain gets you a random piece of loot, and it could be something that's like an epic or a legendary or something. I like that idea of being able to find stuff as I run around, and I like the fact that like, oh, I got the next good piece of armor, and then there's some of the equipment has like goals attached to it, so you can level it up even more.
That is a satisfying thing, and I can say that from largely this year with Injustice 2. Really, like that was the first one. Like that was I think Injustice was my first exposure to that I can recall outside of like maybe a dumb game I played on my phone or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because I never did any of the like TF2 stuff or like this. That was my big one, and my worry is because this obviously it's the hot topic of the last 30 days, but we see that stuff kind of. We saw the League of Legends effect on games and how that kind of bled into things, and then we saw the Overwatch effect where now everything's got to be a fucking class-based
Waifu.
whatever, right? Well, yeah.
Waifu outfit, yep. Mm-hmm.
But everything that class-based thing, and now the loot system is kind of infecting everything, and right now we're gonna see it get kind of dumped in quickly. As we're seeing it in things like PlayerUnknown. We're seeing it with, it's in Overwatch. It's in
You're talking about the loot boxes,
loot
right?
boxes,
Yeah.
right? But even the loot system, like the Injustice doesn't necessarily. Well, it does have loot boxes to an extent. Yeah, I mean they are right, but you're still like that system of piecemealing a thing together through those progressive unlocks. What do you think the long-term ramifications of that are? Because I don't know that I necessarily I think it's a cool thing for the games I'm into, but I don't want every game to eventually get that. You know what I mean? Like that's where I'm.
Well, I think it's going to be something where, you see this. Trends come in games, and this might be the new trend. But eventually, the market is going to get overcrowded with it, and no one's going to want it. And unfortunately, now with game development, especially AAA ones, it's like a 4-year cycle. It might take a little bit longer to get out of this,
or in the case of Visceral, not at all. I know, news later. But yeah, I mean, like that kind of stuff's real where big single player experiences just can't exist anymore. And then,
yeah, I don't know. Like I just think it's the newest fad. Just like GTA started the whole open world fad. And remember all the clones then. Yes, we have open world games to that extent, but they built from the clone. There's now new mechanics. Right. The world is more living. It's going to get flooded, and it's going to take someone that does it with a nice, sexy hook or mechanic or whatever to bring it, and then that will be the new trend in that system. And then, some games will just drop it all together, and then all of a sudden we'll have the battle royale phase of gaming, where every game will have a battle royale mode to it.
That's it. Yeah, that's got to be.
Wait 1 year and let's see where we're at with that mode.
I wonder how many goddamn boardroom meetings have already brought up those words.
My most interesting question with the whole Fortnite PUBG thing was when was that starting to be developed?
Oh God, fucking yeah.
When? That's the only question I wanted to know, because if they're both at the same time, fine. If it was 4 weeks ago and they just pushed a button.
Was not. There's no way it was at the same time. That was very much, hey guys, how quickly can you get something like that up and running?
We don't know the facts.
I know the facts. I'm fucking telling you.
But yeah,
if that thing was meant to come out at the same time or earlier, they would have announced that a long time ago. When they announced that Fortnite was coming out in a playable fashion, they would have led with that shit.
Very true.
There's no fucking way that was not a direct reaction to go, hey, they're using our engine to do what? Oh shit, get on that. Call them up. Get Tim and Sally in here. Lead programmers. Make them program it. That's it. Tim, Sally, get in here.
Hey, hit SDF on the keyboard and make the battle royale work.
Get it. I don't care how much it costs. Do it.
But sir, our engine doesn't even support our players. Just do it.
Well, it's okay because they're using our engine. They're doing it. Just steal it from them. All right.
oh, well, hey, sir, we made it happen. You want to put it out to the open to everyone
No,
else that uses
let's write a letter to Player Unknown first, telling him thank you for the idea, and then we'll put it out.
You know that's a real thing, though, right?
Yeah, I know.
Unreal now supports 100 plus. Yeah.
Yep, fucking stupid. I'm glad you're enjoying that game, though.
Yeah, it's really good. And like I shit on the story, but there are some moments that are really cool. Like,
I mean, yeah, every story is gonna kind of, at least it's got to do something.
yeah, and like there's this fun moment I'm in right now. I'm actually stuck on it because the captain they spawned for me is a bitch. But like we're trying to, the group of people I'm with, they're trying to attack this certain base or whatever. But like I'm the distraction for them, so I literally walk into an orc arena and call out their captain.
All right.
So
Coliseum style.
Yeah, I am in a Coliseum.
Mm-hmm. Gladiator, Russell Crowe.
So this captain comes out, and there's orcs, and you take out the captain, and then like your ghost friend, he's like telling you, he's like, we took him out way too soon. We need more time. Mm-mm. And he's like, and the Italian's like, should we do a little dance in the middle? And he's like, yeah. So you go to the middle and you taunt. You're like, I came here to fight your champion, and I'm still waiting. And here come the captains, and it's like one after another, and thank God it's checkpoint based, because I would be pulling my hair out. But like I got through 2 more captains, and now I'm on the 3rd one. Jesus. And this 3rd one they spawn is just he's everything I don't do in these types of battles. So like I'm trying to adjust it. Like it was just a bad draw, and I'm stuck on them.
I really like that they got inventive. That's my favorite thing of what you've said about this game, is that it's keeping you active, keeping your mind actively trying to come up with new ways to use the combat system. Because that was my thing with Batman after a while, was like the only time I would do anything out of the ordinary is because I was chasing a trophy that said do a specific type of combo. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I was just spam, same things over, and like you just go numb after a while. You don't have to think, and that kind of just, I think this is keeping you more attentive to it and more engaged with it than I ever was with the Batman.
Yeah, with Batman, I was more like, all right, how high can I get the combo this time?
Yeah.
This game, like, you got the whole combo thing, and it's addicting, and after you hit so many people in a row, you can pull off this cool special maneuver. It's all there. However, like, this might be because I am trying to be an asshole and play it on the hardest level, but like I have to focus more on what's going on in front of me instead of the little combo ticker. Like there's just too much.
Yeah.
There's a lot of enemies on the screen. There's a lot of different traits, especially if captains are involved. And those traits do lend to one of the best moments I think I've seen in my lifetime of video games of this game. In a span of 10 minutes. This happened the morning of Nick spending the night. It was he spent the night, and I was messing around. He was like watching me play or whatever before we left for our jobs. I'm sitting there playing, and I have a captain like on the brink of death, and I literally need 1 arrow. I need 1 arrow, and the job's finished. He's adapted to all my moves, all the ones I usually spam, and I'm like running from orcs because I have almost 0 health. And there's no area to give me a bow and arrow. And I'm telling Nick, I'm like, as much shit as I get for loot boxes, I would pay $1.99 for an arrow right now. I'm so close. So I'm running around, and I get to an area where there's some weird creatures. I forget what they're called, but they're the ones that pop out of the ground and like will start ravaging like, anything they see. So it can be orcs, whatever. So I get in this area, and I'm like, oh shit, more bullshit I have to deal with. So I'm like running, and as I'm running, a goddamn captain comes. I'm like, this is the last thing I need. I got a little bit of health. I haven't seen this one yet. I don't know his trace. I don't have any intel on him. Well, the small amount of intel I got was instant death by beast. And I was like, oh, that's cute. So I get out a little like cutaway. I'm like, oh shit, all right, let's see how this ends, Nick. So I'm running, and as soon as it gets introduced, those little things that come underground came right after him, took 1 swipe at him, and killed him. And it was the best thing.
Death by beast.
It was the best thing, and right after that, I just start laughing, and I realized those little beasts were swiping away now the other captain, and then they dropped the other captain.
Oh, fuck, that's so good.
And then like I got the loot, and I was gone to November. And this happened all in a span of 10 minutes, and I was just laughing, and it was just so fun to just see this random bullshit unfold. all into my favor because of some dumb luck.
That's really fucking dope.
And it's the moments like that make that I am loving Shadow War right now.
I want to see what happens next week.
As I progress through the story, things are going to change here. But yeah,
it's good. It's good. You're not walking away from it anytime soon.
And I just do a good job of not playing that for too long. I think that's the other thing. I don't think I sit down for 3 hours with this game.
Yeah, no.
But like an hour at a time, I just jump in, captain, maybe a story mission if I'm nearby, and get out.
Nice.
A lot of fun though. It's like a lot of fun.
That's kind of it. I mean, until Mario comes out.
You mean Wolfenstein?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Assassin's Creed. Got it.
Oh, right. That was it. Till Assassin's Creed's out. I got nothing. I mean,
Egypt. Here I come.
Take me home. Why don't we take a quick break and we'll come back with a little bit of news, as they call it. Sound good?
Time for
Be right back. Welcome back to Free Cheese, episode 220. Matt, I got news for you.
All right.
News about news. You and I are the only ones at this table all alone. Normally we'd jump to show and tell at this point, but show and tell is meant to be a big group of us all finding things, bringing them here to show the internet why we tell them about things about video game news. That's how words work. It's you and I this week, so I think let's go back to a little traditional video game news section. What do you say?
I love it.
We'll take a sniff at some headlines. We'll discuss said headlines bit by bit by bit. Starting with a little headline you shared with me this week. Let me read the headline. You ready?
I'm ready.
EA refocuses Amy Hennig Star Wars game Visceral Games closing. That happened this week. Which is a really weird thing to think or talk about, or it's did not expect that one. Like, that seemed like such a promising
Money in the bank.
Yeah, just really weird. So here's some details. EA announced that Visceral Games closing down. Patrick Soderlund of EA posted in an EA blog post that the linear story-based action-adventure game will now be developed across EA's worldwide studios, with EA Vancouver leading production. Instead of making the story-based Star Wars game that they were set out to make, the title will be reshaped to be a broader experience that allows for more variety and player agency, leaning into the capabilities of our Frostbite engine and reimagining central elements of the game to give players a Star Wars adventure of greater depth and breadth to explore. The games we want to play and spend time with, the experiences we want to have in those games, and the way we play, all those things are continually changing. As a result of these changes, the game was originally planned. This is, I think, the most interesting. Maybe there's a lot of interesting things to unpack here, but the game was originally planned for release in fiscal year of 2019, which potentially means that could be into 2020, which is still 3 years out, and they've been working on it for 2 years.
I mean, she went there pretty much right away after the departure from Naughty Dog.
2014, I think. This says that early footage and concept art were revealed during E3 2016. That seems, I don't know.
Yeah, what's the concept of for Star Wars? We've seen it already. They probably just took shit from the movie.
I don't know. EA or IGN reached out to EA and asked about what was happening with Amy Hennig. Actually, about Visceral's closing. EA responded saying that they're in the midst of shifting as many of the team as possible to other projects and teams at EA. So hopefully they all land on their feet in a good way. And then IGN asked for comment about Amy Hennig standing with the project, and EA responded with they're in discussions with Amy about her next move. And as for how much of the already completed development will carry over, an EA spokesperson said, we will be continuing to use a great deal of the work that has been done to date. The assets of the game that has already been built will be the foundation of this new game. I don't know, man.
Is Amy just doomed?
I think so. It says she joined Visceral Games' Star Wars project in 2014 following her departure from Naughty Dog. So they've been at it for... She joined it in 2014. Who the fuck knows how long they've been actually at it?
I mean, that wasn't too long after Hardline, though. I couldn't imagine it, but it's too long.
No, but still, as you're wrapping up Hardline, you're doing a lot of pre-production on whatever your next thing is. You're prototyping and whatever. I don't know.
But I don't know. They had you're prototyping, but like you don't have like a story yet. Like I don't think you have a game.
No, but a lot of that stuff goes into. Well, I guess they already have the engine built because they're just using Frostbite. But still, I learned this. You're white boxing things. You know about white boxing? Let me teach you a little game dev 101 here.
All right.
A white box is when you have the idea for something, whether it's movement or combat or something you want to test. And instead of putting it in with real assets, you use white boxes, or you use really, really like generic low poly things to throw them in and see how it reacts in engine. White boxing. It's probably more nuanced than that. There's probably a lot more to it, but me dumb.
You're a game developer now. I see it.
Well, I read that Jason Schreier book, or most of it. Still got a little bit more to go. I got to finish it before my trip because I'm not taking a book on the plane this time, Matthew.
How are you going to charge that item?
I got to get a thing.
All right.
One of those portable battery packs. Charge that Switch on the go.
I would say you can take my laptop, but you just charge my laptop instead.
Yeah, it's true. Can't do that. So, yeah, this is a weird thing because Visceral's been around for a while. Like you said, Battlefield Hardline, but also Dead Space is probably what they're most known for.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I think they kind of put that series to bed for now, at least, or for a while. But it's still weird that, like, done. Gone.
That sucks. Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, and everything they made was quality. I know the player count for Hardline wasn't nearly as high as the main numbered series, but like that game did have some cool ideas, even though it seemed like just a cops and robbers simulator.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know.
I heard the single player in that game was actually pretty good, and that's refreshing coming from a Battlefield game before 1 came out.
Yeah,
because 3 and 4 were downright generic and awful.
This there's a weird thing, like what's happening with EA is the bigger question. You rolled your eyes, but I don't know.
This game will now have loot boxes. This game will now be multiplayer in some way.
You think?
Yeah.
A broader experience that allows for more variety and player agency.
I mean, I'm trying to think of an EA game that does not have a loot box system.
Yeah, I don't know.
All the sports games have that Ultimate Team thing, which card packs, loot boxes. Battlefield, their main online shooter. Battlefield has loot boxes now.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you ever play any Dead Space stuff? Did you ever play?
I dabbled. I think which one came free on PSN? Was it 3?
Probably, that sounds right.
I think, I dabbled with the first hour or 2 of that game. And I was like, oh, this is spooky. I'm done.
Yeah.
But I think
the third one was not as scary though, was it?
Yeah, but it had that element to it. Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I dabbled with it. It was what it was. It seemed like more on the tankier side of a third-person action adventure, like your Resident Evil 4s and 5s of the world.
Yeah.
With a cool-ass laser cut and gun.
What do you think this says about single-player games moving forward?
I think something's going to happen here with the 10-hour to 12-hour single-player game. I think less money is going to be put into that, especially from like the big public, like your EAs and Activisions, who seem to be money hungry. That's like the public perception of them. Like they're gonna try to figure out a way to either one, make it a money making machine, like there's some kind of constant microtransaction to it, or two, maybe it's time that we rethink how long a video game like that should be. Like,
I agree.
I don't want to get into spoilers. I'm not going to bring any spoilers, and this is something that I think this topic for me will come up come Game of the Year time. But I think one of Uncharted Lost Legacy's strength is it's all the Uncharted tropes, but in 6 hours instead of 12 hours, and I think that makes it probably the second strongest story in that series.
Yeah, I think that's really... I can't think of anything else I played this year that was like that, but I've had similar things where it's like, oh shit, this is over. All right, cool. I can go do something. Because with the amount of games that you and I play, at least, because we're part of that zeitgeist and part of the conversation and whatever, and we're always like on to the next thing or juggling 3 things at once, I think that finding something that does, you do have to invest that amount of time into, like, it's hard to do.
Yeah.
1, and 2, to create that is even harder. And how much time it takes. Like, look at Uncharted 4 versus Lost Legacy. Uncharted 4 took how many different years, with how many millions of dollars, with how many changes, with all the things that it
Poor
took.
Amy.
Right. I know. And then Lost Legacy. Now, granted, Lost Legacy, they get to
asset recycling and stuff like that. But
engines, hooks, all the lessons they learned from that can be directly applied to Lost Legacy. But it's still, you're totally right. There's so much value in that kind of thing where you can step in, live in that world for a while, and walk away.
Now I haven't.
You don't feel any cheapened. You don't feel cheapened by the experience.
No, and I think that $40 was great.
Yeah.
And I mean,
because Uncharted 4 for me hit a point where I was like, when the fuck's this thing gonna be over? You know, it had so many,
think
like,
every Uncharted game, like it hits that, like it's like it's that flow, the Uncharted story. Like it's a ramp up, and then there's like an early climactic part, and then it kind of ramps down before the next like end of the game. And on that ramp down, you're like, all right, like. Come on,
where are we at?
Let's go. Let's go again.
Bring me the supernatural thing. Let me kill the, like,
yeah.
Let's go.
Like,
yeah.
And just the Lost Legacy just cut out a good portion of that thing, and it seemed like for the most part like a steady climb. Like, granted, there were climactic moments and these big epic moments that you expect from a Naughty Dog Uncharted game, but like the ramp down to the next part wasn't nearly as steep as some of the other story arcs in those games.
And we saw it a few years ago too with single player games. What we started to see first was the combat that the developers had to do with the players of combating that resale. Like, suddenly all of these 2s had multiplayer in it. You had BioShock 2, you had not Assassin's Creed 2, but Brotherhood followed quickly thereafter. You had all these single player games that were so single player focused, but people would beat them. And in the age of trophies and achievements, now we have something tangible to say that we did everything you can possibly do in this game. So you have people that would do that if that's something they chased, and then sell it back to GameStop in a world where GameStop's saying, hey, let's get all these hooks in you to get that back from you. And then buy used, like all that stuff. So we saw multiplayer as a way to combat that. Now we're seeing all the loot box era to combat that. And this is it's a definite conversation. Like,
I think you have to look at the money you invest in that kind of stuff, because like right now the expectation for the general audience is, $60 for a single player game is some kind of thing that's at least 10 hours, or something that if it is just under 10 hours, you can make it 20 hours by side quests and things like that. This conversation like with like the shortening of games, I think you have to scale back maybe the budget with this stuff, or maybe lower the expectation or scale down on the project. Because I think developing for 5 years a 12-hour single player game,
well, not only like how long you're developing and what your output is, but also while you're developing, how much you have to pay the people at the studio.
Yeah.
And that's not even including, again, as expert game developer I am after reading a book. All the shit that goes into someone's employment, healthcare, the utilities, all the overhead, like all of that stuff, what that's costing you budget wise, the longer you wait for development, the more money you're spending.
Yeah.
So at some point you got to get it out and get a stream of revenue coming in, which it's not an easy thing at all. So I hope that we get.
I just want more of those $40 8-hour experiences.
Because
I kind of want, like, if the AAA has to kind of go to that, like, that's
I'm fine with that.
Fine.
Because we've seen that rise of the indie developer to do the THQs of the world. Like, they're filling in that gap. And now you have developers like Yacht Club who are able to, because of the success of their development, publish things. And now there was just I saw somewhere they were hiring a 3D artist. And it's like, what are they up to? Mm-hmm. Are they getting into, like, you know what I mean? Like, are they at a point now where financially, with enough income coming in from their product, they can move into their next phase of things? They can really become that mid-tier developer publisher. I don't know. Sucks though. I
think two games that always come to mind when it comes to this debate, because this isn't the first time we've had this. Well, what's the future single player games? Two case studies I always love to look at and examine, and I want more information to come out about these games. Metal Gear Solid 5 and The Order 1886. Because the problem with The Order 1886 was the fact that it was a $60 game for 6 hours. That game I actually enjoyed getting it at, I think, like $30. Mm-hmm. I think like after playing it, I would even recommend that game for probably like $40. Like now you find it for $15, and I think it's a must play at $15. Like the problem with that game wasn't the length of it; it was the seemingly disjointed segments of the story. But like I was happy playing a 6-hour game that seemed AAA as fuck.
Yeah, but it was more this perception that we have that dollars equal minutes.
Like that thing, like.
So if someone handed that to you and said, "Here you go," you would have walked away totally happy.
Yeah, I mean, I paid money for it. I think I paid like $20. I think I paid $20 for it, or $10 or something like that. Like it was very good for what I paid for it for. I mean, it was very pretty, and the gunplay, this is blandish, but like it was fine. Like I enjoyed myself, and I think if you sold that thing at $40, you would have had that game wouldn't have been as disappointing. Sure. And then with Metal Gear Solid, like Ground Zeroes was supposed to be in Metal Gear Solid,
right?
And you see that when you get 5, and Chapter 1 is like how they did this weird chapter thing where like it wasn't in chapters, it was just segments of the game, and like the first chapter was the main thing of like its own entity in Metal Gear Solid 5, and then Chapter 2 was when, all right, this connects the dots to this in the Metal Gear Solid series, and this connects the dots to this game, and like that's where you got that, and that was called Chapter 2. Ground Zeroes was Chapter 1 of that game, because that was the prelude from Peace Walker,
right,
into Metal Gear Solid 5, and then from there it was its own game, and then at the very end it ties up all the loose ends in the Metal Gear Solid series. If he had the opportunity to finish that game.
Yeah. Damn. What about Grand Theft Auto?
That's its own entity. That's its own thing.
But how much of that do you think has influenced this stuff too? Because Grand Theft Auto could, like, technically speaking, right now, Rockstar could come out and say, we have no plans on ever making GTA 6.
They don't need to because they got that online thing.
That's what I mean. They could keep iterating on GTA Online forever and ever, and I don't think it would ever slow down.
I don't think so either.
And then, like, kind of, what is that?
I think, so yeah, you say GTA, but the more interesting game to watch is obviously the next one.
Yeah.
What does Red Dead look like when it comes out?
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, I really want to know what that
And
online
I'm
looks
hesitant
like.
about it because
Do you think that online mirrors what GTA is doing? Or do you think it's its own thing? What was Red Dead Online last time?
it was kind of open worldy, and it was like generic like deathmatch and objective based like stuff like that.
Like
Just
GTA
in that
4?
engine. And yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah, okay.
But GTA 4 didn't have much of the matchmaking stuff in it, right? It was more like just run around with your friends online.
I don't know. I remember my brother flying in a helicopter with his friends and blowing shit up, but I don't know.
Yeah, I we'll see in I guess 4 years from now, right?
There's plenty of Hollow Knights of the world. I'll tell you what.
Some of the best experiences have been the ones I've spent $10 on this year.
Yep. Can't disagree with that. I mean, yes, can't disagree with that, period. Yeah. I was about to say can't disagree with that more, and I was like, no, wait, those aren't the words I want to say.
Do yourself a favor, just buy Cuphead.
Yep. Yeah. Cuphead and Hollow Knight. That's a solid. You're done. $25 get you the Shovel Knight Treasure Trove pack. Get them all.
And that's a fine game to go for.
Easy breezy, beautiful. Matt, Nintendo Switch got an update. Update number 4.
And here we go. We now have matchmaking parties and chat and wireless headphones and...
No, we don't have that. What are you, crazy?
American Dream.
This ain't no 2018. No, Matt.
2018.
You can now capture video.
Oh, that's cool. Is it like 30-minute clips I can post to YouTube?
Matt, to where?
YouTube, or can I like broadcast on Twitch? How about maybe even I'll take Ustream at this point. Oh, well, that's cool. At least I can do it in Shovel Knight, right?
No.
Oh.
No. Okay, so you can hear me out. I hear what you're saying. I hear like you want to be able to kind of capture like long strings of gameplay you did and upload them
I'll take 5 minutes.
It sounds like you want to upload them to video streaming websites. Is that correct?
Yeah, or a clip on Twitter.
All right, hold on.
In the past.
Hold on. Here's what I got for you. How about I let you hold the console's dedicated screen capture button for a maximum, to capture a maximum of the previous 30 seconds of gameplay. Hold on. I see that look. And I heard what you... How about I let you trim them and share them to Facebook and Twitter?
All right, well, Facebook and Twitter. All right.
Period.
All right.
Period.
I mean, that's a start.
Period.
I don't know. Like, I didn't record that 15 minutes of Shadow of War, but you wouldn't have gotten the whole build-up and climactic finish to that awesome moment of gameplay for me in 30 seconds.
Yeah,
like there are a lot of cool moments that happen in 30 seconds, and that thing of being introduced, seeing the trait of him being mauled by a creature kills him instantly, that happened. Like, yes, you would have hypothetically seen that in 30 seconds, but it was the build-up of me running around looking for one arrow, and if I had my microphone on, it would record me saying, Nick, I wish I had $1.99 to buy an arrow right now. Like,
right. I think that, I mean, that's got to be a power limitation, right? It's just...
yeah, it has to.
To have that always doing that in the background of the PS4 definitely puts a hit on the machine, and to do that...
and... Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
But you saw that when the Pro came out, how now all of a sudden you can Twitch broadcast 1080p 60 frames.
Yeah, there's
So-
it's yes. There's another little piece to it. You can also now migrate your saves.
That's good.
Kinda. It's a permanent one-way migration. So
The thing is here, both consoles have to be working, right?
both consoles have to be working. Both consoles have to be plugged in, and then you can transfer save data from one to the other. But it's no longer available in the source.
The other one.
So it's not quite the answer that like PlayStation Plus provides you with.
Cloud storage.
Right. But I think also like the nature of the Switch doesn't really matter for I mean, I think this is good for if I break my Switch or lose it.
But is it good if you break your Switch?
No, you're right. You're right. It's more,
Like if you crack your screen, yes.
I think this is more for the upgrade chain. If I buy a new Switch, which I'm not planning on doing anytime soon.
What SKU? Like
Yeah,
what other
yeah,
SKU
no,
is there to
you're
buy?
right.
Like yes, if you crack your screen and you got a replacement and it was something that you mailed it back within 7 days, like that works.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But
Never
like
mind.
if it's bricked, like you're toast still.
I don't know. Here's the cool thing. Here's the really cool thing.
Oh,
If-
Call of Duty. Wait, who's
No,
the site for
no,
Call of Duty
no,
World War II?
No, don't look at ads. You know the little thing when you go to the your Switch menu and you see that you've been playing for X amount of hours or
Yeah.
more?
Mm-hmm.
Got an update.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Now, part of the Switch update, you will know a little bit more than you did before. Still not the activity log of Wii U and 3DS where it says you played this game for
X amount of time.
7 minutes
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. But if you play it for more than an hour, it'll say you've played it for about an hour. If you play it for 4 hours or more, because before 5 hours or more was your minimum.
Yep.
It would either say played for a little while or played for 5 hours or more. If you do it for 4 hours now, 3 hours now. Played for 3 hours or more. So there you go. Still not exactly what I want at all. Like I really don't want that. I want the full thing. I just don't get it. Like there's clearly it's keeping track of it. Just show me fucking how much I've played. I love that. That's my
I don't know.
favorite thing about my 3DS is being
My
able
favorite
to
thing about Steam.
yes, being able to open up and be like, man, I fucking did that.
Holy shit! I played Dota for 40 hours. Like, oh my god.
That's a work week that you could have earned money, you know? But instead you did that to yourself, which is
Getting those hot loot crates to sell 'em.
yeah, that's a thing you did.
Making about 40 cents an hour.
Yeah. You sent me something great this week.
Yeah, you can call it great.
Oh, it is great, Matt. It is great. In fact, it's a teeny tiny, great little PS4 controller, which you said this is, or not you, but it says it's designed for children, which
Yeah.
I don't really understand.
Knack 2.
No, but I mean, I don't understand because I'm a grown-ass man and I want this thing. I do have smallish hands. I'll give you that. But the mini wired gamepad for PS4 is on the way. Officially licensed controller designed for younger gamers. An official blog post on PlayStation Blog says, "We're pleased to introduce a new controller from Hori, the officially licensed mini wired gamepad for PlayStation 4 designed with younger gamers in mind. This controller is 40% smaller than DualShock 4 and has a simple form factor with a flat design that makes it easy to fit into smaller hands. It's $30. And yeah, you're right. It says making it a great purchase for companion play on games like Knack 2.
Knack 2.
But dude, this is my fucking jam. I love this thing. Is it out? When's it out?
Just announced.
Hold on. Because if it's
And
out,
it
I'm
launched
buying
this
it.
holiday in the U.S. and Canada for a suggested retail price of $30 U.S. $40 if you're a resident of Canada.
Dude, I'm buying it. This is going to be my new Steam controller.
Why?
Dude, Teeny tiny controllers are the fucking best. Look,
No, they're not. They're just crammed. My hands hurt.
8-bit dough, 8-bit dough, 8-bit dough, 8-bit. 8-bit.
Shelob, Shelub, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter. Monk. They make a controller called the Zero, and this is the ideal controller.
No.
This
it's the
is
exact opposite of the idea.
so good.
It is the most hand cramping thing.
No.
Do you play Cuphead on that thing?
I will. I'll do it right now. Do I have enough buttons on here to do it? Here.
Yeah, I think you can.
Here's what we're doing. We need... Where's my thing? Here. Do this for me. We're not going to be able to talk about it till next week. But we plug this in. We'll charge this controller up. Because I know this thing's dead because I haven't used it in a while. Don't.
Exactly.
Because. So I'm going to plug it in. And then it'll have enough juice in it before you leave tonight. That what am I doing? Cops.
I don't know.
Who cares? I can and will play Cuphead with it. And I'll beat a boss with it. A boss I haven't beat before. All the challenges. Is it charging? It's charging. Give it time. It's on the way. 8-bit through 0, that's a perfect controller. Joy-Con on its side, perfect controller.
No! Oh my god, no! Are you kidding me?
Perfect.
Hold on, are you saying perfect without the grip?
I enjoy it without the grip.
I hate it both ways.
It's
to be
better,
really honest,
with the grip, but this truly looks like the perfect controller. This teeny tiny DualShock 4, it doesn't have the bullshit light touchpad, the bullshit light bar.
I kind of like the light bar.
I do. I mean, these are nice. They're nice things. Here's the one thing it doesn't have that I think I might miss is vibration. I like that's just become a normal whatever.
Yeah,
But whatever. This I could totally start using this for Steam. It's already wired, so I don't have to worry about any bullshit. I don't know. I think it's great. $30 is so. Look at that, dude. It looks like a cool weird Joy-Con. Which this is everything I want. Oh, I don't know. Yahoo. Fucking look at a Flickr account. What do you hate about it? Tell me.
It's not for me. It's not for me. Like, because there's some game, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I've definitely played one where, like, you automatically lost all your touch. All the touch bar, all the swipe bullshit on the touchpad. You lost that ability.
I don't need it.
How about a kid who wants to play, hopefully, a game their parents got for free when it was free on PS Plus? The Vita game. What's it called? The Rolly one.
Katamari?
No, what's it called? Damn it. Sony first party studio. Didn't Ben make it for Vita? Not
Tearaway?
Ben. Yeah.
Ben.
I don't know why I said Ben.
Bend. No,
Yeah,
that's
Tearaway.
all Media Molecule. Yeah, Tearaway, okay. That's fine.
It's a kid's game that you can't play with that.
It's not a kid's game. That was a game for mature. I don't know. But that I'll buy it. You can touch it.
But there's definitely been a couple games that I've played. Maybe it's only one. I'm thinking it's a couple. But, like, aside of the touchpad where you press, it gets you to a different, like, kind of like inventory or pause menu.
Well, what's your favorite controller of all time? DualShock 4, huh?
DualShock 4 with the light bar up top. V2.
Yeah, that newer, yeah. Huh.
I love this thing to death.
DualShock 4 is a fantastic controller. I still...
Right after that, the Xbox 360 controller.
360. Wow. I think Super Famicom, Super SNES, or Super NES. I think that's...
Fair enough. Those are good controllers for the time.
No, I think modern too. I think it's still like that's a solid build. I like having back triggers now so that I have something else for my fingers to do back there. But I don't know.
And I will say this, I don't think it's the controller, I think it's Nintendo's design. That GameCube controller is very good with the first party games.
Yes. Yes, always. And that GameCube controller is a really, really good form factor too. It just feels good to hold.
I like the triggers on it. I don't know, there's something about those stiff, like, just, even though they weren't analog, it was just nice to hit them.
Yeah. Yep. Really good. Sony also announced this week something else. A new label called Unties. Operated by Sony Music Entertainment, Unties will focus on smaller titles designed for multiple platforms, including, but not limited to, Nintendo Switch, as well as PC. So the first game, which is really fucking cool, Tiny Metal, an Advanced Wars style tactics game, is going to launch on PC, PS4, and Switch, all on November 21st. Game looked really, really cool. And there's a lot more kind of coming down the pipeline. So, I don't know. I think it's neat that they're going out there. It makes sense, right? Like,
I mean, they probably
Sony's a big fucking company.
They're probably seeing the cash cow that's Minecraft for Microsoft. So, and they're like, well.
I think this is more, it's probably.
Is that online multiplayer?
Which one? This Tiny
Tiny
Metal?
As a crossplay.
I doubt. I doubt that.
I want to get you rattled. Sorry.
No, I think of this more like. I don't know what to think of it more like.
You said it's like Advanced Wars.
Not that. I mean this publishing deal.
Oh.
But I don't know. Like.
I just think it's weird that the file under the music part of Sony.
That makes sense to me, in a way.
They do music games, or
it's not that they're. I mean, like, what else is their fucking music company doing? You know.
That's true. They did team up with Spotify for
everything. Yeah, I mean they're still going to be signing artists and things like that. But I think in today's world, artists are a piece of that puzzle. But why not go all in? Get other revenue streams. This makes sense to me. I think it's really cool though. Publishing's they've been a publisher for a really long time. It's not the first time that they were on a Nintendo platform. Sony ImageSoft used to be on Nintendo. I'm sure there's other examples, even recently, that Sony's had their name attached to things. I don't know. What I do know is sometimes change can be good, and sometimes it can be flat. Flat and simple. Like the Entertainment Software Association's new logo for its Electronic 3 presentation. E3's got a new logo. Look at it.
Lot more simpler.
I missed the.
Yeah, but like I was tired of looking at Expo upside down.
Yeah, I know. I know. But yeah, E3's got a new logo. There it is. Just a subtle reminder in October that E3 is only, 200 days away or whatever the fuck it is.
Ready for more smoke.
Weed?
No.
Oh.
Burgers.
Oh, that smoke. Yes. Oof. God. No.
Yeah, look at Expo. I hate this. Like, upside down. Like, come on.
I know. That logo's not bad, though. I don't know. The good new logo's good. It's fine.
It's flat. It sounds like THQ in a way.
It looks a lot. It's reminding me a lot of THQ. It also reminds me of MasterCard.
Yeah, because of the colors, yeah.
The colors. But also, have you seen MasterCard's new logo?
Oh, they have a new logo? Oh, God. All the logos are changing.
In the last year, they got a new logo. It's not.
Well, why don't you try using Google and see if you find better results?
Don't think that's possible. I think this might be the new one. Just it doesn't use the words. It just has the symbols overlapping. Like, it's just the symbols, and that was like a big thing.
Yeah, that color scheme. Maybe it's a subtle hint that THQ Nordic's gonna have a presentation.
Oh yeah. That probably makes sense that they would change their entire logo just to drop a hint about a. Yeah, checks out.
I mean, THQ Nordic is absorbing all this garbage IP. Maybe they're like, hey, you want in on the garbage parade?
Tell you what's not a garbage parade. The creator of Nier's potential next project.
Oh, we're gonna see a sequel to Automata?
No. Maybe.
Oh, so new IP.
Well, okay. So here's what Yoko Taro wanted to do. He wants to do a movie adaptation, which I think is cool.
Yeah, why not?
He wants to do a true sequel because Nier Automata is a spin-off of a
Nier, yeah.
specific. He wants to do a true sequel to Drakengard, a remake of Nier, the first Nier, not Automata, and here's where we're at: an adult film. Which I know what you're thinking. If you bing hard enough for Nier, not even hard enough, you barely have to try. You don't have to try at all. You'll find plenty of adult films involving Nier and its universe. But he'd like to go all in and make an adult video. Specifically, he in an interview with Famitsu, he says, "I think this may be off-putting, but I'd like to make an adult video. I think of it as something I'd like to at least make once in my lifetime."
All right. Well, everyone has a dream, right?
Yeah, it's true. I was told that machos are well received in foreign countries, he said. Fans told me I like macho, but that's not what I look for in Square Enix games. I don't know what macho means.
I was going to ask you what does macho mean.
I don't know. Let's find out.
Oh boy, be careful.
I mean, my gut is telling me something aggressive. Yeah, big tough guy is what it's being defined as here. So, big tough guys are well received, just not what we look for in Square
I guess
Enix
9S not a big tough guy, more scrawny boy.
True, very true, very true. Last thing I got is
your idea for an adult movie?
I'm gonna pitch it. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. So
hold on.
Starts with
before you even say anything, I want on as executive producer.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So it starts with 4 different colors. Okay.
Got it.
Wireless controllers.
Okay.
Logo designed by Corey Schmitz.
He's getting weirdly specific.
Uh-huh.
I like it.
Engineered with an FPGA.
Sounds hot.
Oh yeah.
Sounds real hot.
No emulation.
What?
1080p. 0 lag. Total accuracy.
I'm a fan of myself over here.
Yeah. You want to know what it's called? The Super NT.
I thought you would say BMX XXX.
No. And it's not a plug-and-play toy. It is the definitive way to explore Nintendo's 16-bit era, compatible with the over 22.
Explore, I see what they're saying there, yeah.
Over 2,200 SNES and Super Famicom game cartridges. You can explore and relive one of the greatest video game systems of all time with no compromises. Matt, I'm not talking about pornography. I'm talking about...
I'm out.
I'm talking about the Analog Super NT. Now, you might remember Analog as the folks who made those fantastic $1,200 TurboGrafx machines. And I know you do, because I remember how many you bought. None. Analog also came out, and they made the Analog NT, which was a very, very dope way to play NES games in a modern era. So they made the Analog NT, which the first run of them was $500, $600 if you wanted the HDMI out. Otherwise, it was RGB out. Because otherwise, in order to play NES games on a modern television without it looking like garbage in proper resolution, you need to do an RGB mod to your NES. You have to solder some shit, and it's a whatever. It's not impossible. It's just not whatever.
Practical.
This gave you a modern answer, a modern way to do that for, albeit, $1,000. Really good though. The enthusiasts swear by it. I almost bought one. I never did. Then they came up with the NT Mini. So that the first run actually used recycled Famicom parts. The second one used what's known as an FPGA. FPGA, forget the exact acronym. We're gonna find it though. A field programmable gate array. These are basically, we all know what emulation is, right? Emulation is software that's pretending to be hardware. Mm-hmm. And FPGA is essentially hardware that's pretending or programmed to be other hardware. So they're taking a modern chipset and saying, pretend you're this chipset. So in theory, they're making an NES, a brand new NES that's able to do what the NES did, but with modern hardware. $500. NT Mini came out. It was a smaller, better form factor that output straight to HDMI and RBG, as well as component, S-Video, and composite. It really was a really, really impressive machine, and I still kind of want one. But they are still $500. But they're so like masterfully crafted, it's unbelievable. There's a dude goes by the name Kevtris. You may have heard of him if you've been listening to any of the chatter about this thing lately. But Kevtris was kind of brought on to work on this thing. Kevtris has been big in that community for getting weird hardware things to work and exploring all this stuff and just like big pioneer in that stuff. Also, the Analog NT, he was able to create and unlock modules in the hardware that would not only let you emulate the NES stuff, but if you had dumped your ROMs from other games or obtained them in other ways, you could play on this thing via SD card. And it would run like native TurboGrafx hardware or Game Boy hardware or whatever it is, right? Now we've got the Analog Super NT, which you can pre-order. Here's the exciting part, because I know you've been waiting on this. The price, right? Mm-hmm. Now, if that one was $500, Super one's got to be better, got to be more.
Yep.
What are you thinking?
800.
800.
900.
900. That TurboGrafx machine was 1200, you know? What if I told you could have it for the low price of $190? Yeah,
bang,
exactly.
Bang, motherfuckers.
Exactly. And you can choose between 4 different color schemes.
Do you have the 4 colors pulled up here? Because I have not seen the 4 colors.
Dude. Look at how fucking good this looks. So you've got
the original boy.
Yeah, you've got America.
America.
The North American purple color scheme. You got the other side of the world, Famicom color scheme. You have this transparent, see-through.
That was like a mess, but all right.
It's like basically you can see like the black innards of the console with a transparent shell. And then you've got a black console, which looks
sleek. Fucking
dope. Everything is like black with this really super dark gray. It looks really, really nice. I think that might be the one I get. I think I'm going to buy one of these. They're coming with, what's in the box? You get the thing, an HDMI cable, USB cable, and power supply. Separately, you can add to your order 8BitDo, makers of the fine 8BitDo Zero gamepad, are making brand new versions of their already fantastic Super Famicom and Super NES controllers, making brand new versions of those to make these matching controllers for each of the new color schemes. This thing looks fucking cool. You can also plug in your original SNES controllers if you still got them. And yeah, it's going to support Super Famicom and Super Nintendo cartridges. So this is it, dude. I don't know. This thing is really, really cool. They've got video on their site of Zombies Ate My Neighbors playing. This just seems so fucking cool. What do you think?
This is really cool. As someone who still has their Super Nintendo on hand, I don't have a realistic way to hook it up to my TV. I feel like anymore, and it's going like garbage because it's an HD TV. No, I'm actually interested in this.
Under $200.
Because what's more appealing about this than the SNES Classic?
Yes.
Is the library.
Yep.
So it's endless, and let's just be realistic.
Well, there's an end, but still 2,200 plus.
I already have my Super Nintendo library. I still have my console. I still got all the carts still.
Mm-hmm. And if you have the controllers, you can literally buy this thing.
I got two controllers. I got two
You
SNES
buy this
controllers.
thing, you plug it in, you pop your cartridges in, you're playing on a new TV, and it looks great. The way that they also have all these things kind of built into it where you can manually adjust. You can add scan lines if you want. You can scale things. But you can also, what I loved about the first one with the NES is the other night we played a bunch of Super Mario Brothers 3 for a few minutes. Mm-hmm. That game has a line on the left-hand side that's just always there bleeding into the frame. And on the right-hand side, it's got the anticipatory like pixel jumping that happens. This lets you customize that frame so you can play it, as you imagine it should look, not the way it does look. I don't know. This thing's really fucking cool. I just keep staring at it.
Every black one looks really cool.
Yeah. Even the controller. Like if I just bought the controller, I'd be happy. But the whole console is pretty dope. But pre-orders are out now. You can go right there to the store. They ship February 2018. Controllers are $40 a piece. You can still buy the NT Mini for $450 or $499 if you want a black version, which I might do.
Oh my god,
dude, I really want that.
You got your Nintendo though.
Yeah, you're right. I really don't need it.
You don't have the SNES, but you have the yeah.
But I want a Famicom.
Dude.
I know, I barely play it. I know. But look how good it looks.
Dude, why does it have 4 players?
There were some NES games that supported that. It's the jam. It is the jam. Well, that's going to do it for episode 220. Unless you got anything else hot off the presses.
Nope.
All right. That's it. By this time next week, we'll be knee-deep in an odyssey of Mario style off to New Donk City.
Well, I'm going to be knee-deep in Nazi blood, so...
You're not jumping into Odyssey?
I mean, yeah, I'm going to jump into Odyssey, but, like, I
know.
I'm excited for Wolfenstein.
I know. Couple things. We are, this week, officially 5 years old. As of...
Oh, you...
A few days back. Yeah, which is weird. Super weird.
Congrats.
Thanks. Congrats to you as well. There's something else that I already forgot, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember. All gone. Totally gone. No idea.
You're on vacation mode already.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Nope. Shit. It was another anniversary thing about the 20th. Something happened on the 20th.
It wasn't April 20th, so I don't know.
Yeah. It was a video game thing.
The 20th? Was it something that was posted? Like online? Or was it something like...
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I don't remember seeing anything. But
I think like it's been a year. Oh! It's been a year since we learned what the Switch was called.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking, what a wild journey it's been. That whole summer, a whole 2 years, 2.5 years. NX. One fateful tweet. X gave it to us. That first just... Like this time last year, we were shitting ourselves. You remember that?
Speaking of, I was literally on the toilet when I watched the reveal trailer.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't. I was just above where we're seated right now, crying at my dining room table as I watched it on this here computer Dora. What a world, what a world, what a world. That's going to do it. If you want to subscribe to this podcast, which you probably are, but if you're not, iTunes, Google Play. You can find it and all of our other episodes on thefreecheese.com, where we also post other things like videos of us playing Hollow Knight and PT and Cuphead and Hitman with a Hammer every week. Although I don't know what we're going to do this week while I'm not here. Bang it, yo.
You might just have to put the arm on vacation.
Yeah.
You know, he's doing a lot of objects. He's probably very tired.
Yeah. He can take a little vacay. No big deal.
Let him enjoy Sapienza for, what it is.
That's true. That's true. Thefreecheese.com. Follow us on Twitter. The Free Cheese is at Some Free Cheese. Matt is at MattyIce131, and I am at The Free Cheese. That's everything. Email us, podcast@thefreecheese.com. Send us some thoughts. Ask a question, etc., etc., etc. My voice is gone. I know. Just tired. I know. Cool. Well, thanks, Matt. Thanks, listener. And we'll see you next week with 221 and Mario Odyssey and Wolfenstein.
Assassin's Creed.
And Assassin's Creed. The best single-player experience of all time.